Hey guys, the reviewer here, continuing my top 10 favorite movies list. And now we've come to the final movie on the list, and my number one favorite movie of all time, or my number one favorite movie is La La Land. Now here's the thing, I can totally understand. See, I can totally understand why some people might not like La La Land, and I can also understand people who were like me who absolutely loved it. Now, I'm biased to a fault for a number of reasons, but one, I really love Ryan Gosling. He's a really good actor, and I really like Emma Stone. She's a good actress, really good actress. And the director of this movie, Damien Chazelle, is quickly becoming one of my favorite directors because he also directed one of my favorite movies, Whiplash. It's not on the list, but that's another movie I really loved. And La La Land, the reason I love La La Land so much is I love movies, and La La Land is a love letter to old Hollywood. It's a love letter to old Hollywood. It's also a love letter to old Hollywood style musicals, and it's one of those films. I can totally get the fact of some not liking it and not like or being like me and absolutely adoring it, and it's one of those movies like when I first saw it, like halfway through the first song, Another Day of Sun, I was like, okay, this isn't gonna be a movie. This is gonna be something special. Like this is gonna be one of those movies, like one of those films you never forget. And I didn't. And I don't usually ever talk about spoilers, but the story is that it's about two lovers, like an aspiring jazz singer and a person that wants to be an actress, and they start to have a romance, and it goes over the span of a few seasons, and the acting in it is amazing. The music is catchy, and again, I'm biased because I love jazz. I love jazz, so this is a movie I'm on board for. And one of my favorite things with this movie is in the scenes when you see Ryan Gosling playing the piano. In most movies, they'd be like, "Oh, that's a person, like that's a hand double or something. Like that's not actually them." No, that's actually him. He learned how to play the piano, and I'm like, that's always impressive to me. And one of the things I love about this movie was the first time I saw it. It was about halfway through the second act when the name with all the names of the seasons. When I suddenly had that, oh no, when they say fall, they're going to mean like the fall, like of their relationship, and that does happen. And I don't usually talk about spoilers on this, but I kind of want to for this one. I love the ending of this movie. Like, so I guess I can kind of talk about it in a way without spoiling it. But the way this movie ends, I love the ending because it's got this like it's a sad ending, but it's also kind of a bit of a happy ending in sort of way because it basically does the Sebastian and Mia see each other in the club he owns, and they just look at each other, and it does this like 5 minute scene where it's a basically what if this had happened, all this, and that's the moment. The first time I saw the movie, that was when I started crying because that last 5 minutes is beautiful, and the final. I love the last few seconds of this film because Maya sees Sebastian, he sees her. They don't say a word. They just look at each other, nod, and walk away. And I've seen some go that felt like a bit of a downer ending, and it is. But I also kind of like the way they do it. It's very beautifully done, and it encapsulates why it's one of my favorite movies of the past couple of years. I love it. I mean, like, because when I saw a trailer for it when I went to something, I was like, that looks really good. That's not going to play here. I just have a feeling that's not going to play here. But it did, and I have a bit of a feeling that the fact of Whiplash winning a couple of Oscars, I have a feeling that did it. Like, I have a feeling Whiplash winning a couple of Oscars was the thing that got this movie a wide release. And I'm so glad for that because La La Land is one of my favorite movies, and I I adore it. It's one of the movies I usually try to watch at least once a year. I know it's only about a year or two old. I still plan to watch it. Like try to watch it at least once every year because it's such a good movie. Anyway, the reviewer signing out.